What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. Got a prediction video for you guys. This one's going to be for the upcoming bout between Mike Oliver and Juan Manuel Lopez. Takes place tomorrow for the vacant WBO Latino Featherweight Championship. Pretty much puts together two challengers, Mike Oliver and Juan Manuel Lopez. Mike Oliver pretty much coming off a victory back in June against pretty much a very much lesser known opponent. This is, I believe, his third fight at featherweight. Pretty much like the highest weight he's been at is like 125. He's had a 124 fight, but he pretty much campaigns at super bantamweight. That's more so his weight. I think Lopez was trying to move up to 130, but with the loss to Salido, he more likely wants that rematch, so he's probably going to continue the campaign at 126 and maybe try to avenge his first loss. So pretty much, I'm sure that quite a few people are not too familiar with Mike Oliver. Mike Oliver's style is, he seems to be he's a natural counterpuncher, but he could also change it up and be aggressive. Has good hand speed, very slippery, tends to throw volume shots on the inside, and kind of fights from awkward angles from time to time. Stands at a mid-range to where the opponent lunges in, and as they lunge in, he'll catch you with an uppercut, or sometimes he'll catch you with the left hand. Pretty much with the overhand left. That's pretty much his style. He's not necessarily your 100% aggressive fighter, but he's just he also positions his hands in pretty much in a type of counter punching stance. His hands are positioned that way. So in this fight against Lopez, he does want Lopez to lunge in and catch him with 3-4 punch combinations. Because he has good hand speed. He has tremendous hand speed. So he wants Lopez to lunge in. He wants to stand at the mid-range and have him lunge in, throw 3-4 punch combinations. But as soon as he throws those 3-4 punch combinations, he doesn't want to admire his work. He wants to move and find another spot in the ring and find an awkward angle to jab from. Hit him from with a jab from an awkward angle. Even be aggressive in this one. If he catches Wama just standing there, because Wama has his moments where he stands there and kind of thinks about what he's about to do. If he catches him in one of those moments or in that position, then take the initiative and throw volume shots and come back outside. Pretty much try to control the pace of the fight using the hand speed, using his counter punching. Try to slip in shots underneath Wama's shots. Try to answer Wama's jab. As soon as Wama jabs, jab back as soon as he jabs, because he has the hand speed to do that. Because Wama has kind of a hard jab, but also as soon as he jabs, he doesn't want to freeze up mentally. He wants to answer back with another jab. Wants to answer back with a jab, but maybe follow it up. Try his best to follow it up with the left. So pretty much that's really all I can say about for Oliver in this fight is pretty much use athleticism. He's gifted with hand speed. He has good hand speed. He stands outside, makes opponents come in, and Wama is the guy who's going to come in. He's going to come in. He's probably going to commit to the feint, so that leaves a possible countering open to the counter. So pretty much, it could be, you can't really write off Oliver all the way, even though his hand speed his punching power isn't world class. But I think he has to fight a smart fight. For Lopez in this one, being that Oliver is a counter puncher, of course he wants to be aggressive. He wants to throw combinations. He wants to pretty much come after Mike Oliver in this fight. He doesn't want to fight Mike Oliver's fight. Mike Oliver's fight, of course, is him standing outside and countering with combinations most of the time. He likes to he likes to catch opponents lunging in, but also when Oliver's aggressive, Oliver could come in with his hands down. Oliver kind of comes in with his chin untucked. Doesn't tuck his chin when he comes in when he's trying to be aggressive and throw combinations. He stands straight up. He stands straight up and steps right in. So when he steps right in, look for the short right hand on the inside. And after he lands that short right hand, clinch him because he likes to answer back when he gets hit. That's just the kind of fighter that he is. He's not a guy that's going to come in and fight from bell to bell, but I think in this one, Juan Manuel wants to come in. He wants to fight from bell to bell. When the bell rings, he wants to come in. He wants to come after. He wants to come after Mike Oliver. Against opponents that I think that Mike Oliver does well against opponents that don't close the gap against him. So Juan Manuel wants to close the gap. Look for the left hook. The left hook is going to be could be a primary punch for him because with his stance and how he positions his hands, the left hook is a punch that Oliver more than likely wouldn't even see. I've seen opponents try to land the left hook on Oliver, but they don't throw it correctly. They don't throw it crisp enough for it to land. So I think that Juan Manuel can pretty much. I think his left hook is crisp enough to where he could probably land it, and probably even hurt Mike Oliver. But I think this is a fight to where he wants to come after. He wants to come in. He wants to come after Mike Oliver. He doesn't want it to be a boxing match. He wants to, he wants to fight. Because, and I'm not saying in a boxing match, he would lose against Oliver. I think he would have more trouble with it being a boxing match because Juan Manuel's very patient as a boxer. And he doesn't want to be patient against somebody that has the hand speed of Mike Oliver and knows how to counter effectively and can be awkward and actually boxing could actually be trouble trying to figure out as a boxer. So in this one, he wants to take out Mike Oliver, walk him down pretty much as soon as possible. Fight with urgency, like Tim Littles versus James Toney back in the 90s. When James Toney had the cut, he wants to fight with that kind of urgency from round to round, from bell to bell. So I think this is one where he wants to come forward. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to pressure him. Be sure not to come in without a jab because he wants a jab to come in against Oliver. I think the jab is going to be an important punch in this fight when he's making decisions. If he decides to come inside and just go for the gusto and just take out Oliver. And me, I'm going to go with Juan Manuel Lopez taking out Oliver. I think the thing is, with Oliver is, I think he would have trouble against Juan Manuel if he came forward and he applied pressure, and applied constant pressure, and pretty much if Juan Manuel could come inside and throw effective punches, go to the body, look for the punches to the solar plexus because sometimes the solar plexus is going to be open with Mike Oliver because he likes to. If you get him inside, he'll start throwing. And but you could say this with Mike Oliver is he does put his hands back into position after he throws, but also I think his shell is weak. That's just by looking at him. I think his shell does look weak, and I think Juan Manuel, who is actually a bigger opponent and has been rumored to walk around at 180 pounds. I think that Juan Manuel is going to be a lot stronger. I think he's going to be too strong, and I think he's going to be able to come in and knock out Mike Oliver. And he's probably going to knock him out, I'd say, in about 8 rounds. So anyway, peeps, I'm out of here. That was the distance. Peace.